So every conversation started with the question, what do you get from coming here? What do you get from coming to this group, to this organization?
I get an immense satisfaction out of coming here because I was like a recluse for so many years. But through this I'm getting out and I'm mixing and I'm finding my feet again.
I like to come here because you come to meet people, and speak with other people, very different of you. You come to do friends.
Yeah.
Yes, I like it.
And you?
Me too.
A great sense of feeling and community. A really great place to be. You know, I say all my friends are here, it's another great place to be.
Companionship. I get to do what I like doing and sharing it, and it's got me out of depression again. So, and I've made lots of friends, and I've made some really good friends. And, you know.
From August to early December 2018, the Mind the Craic project, carried out by Virginia Beartness, met with people from various communities around Edinburgh, accessing them through the voluntary sector. Partner organisations invited her to join groups, meet individuals and hear the voices of a wide diversity of people.
Said to hear 1,001 Edinburgh citizens, it has now reached much further. We asked people what worked for them, what they get from coming to the place they were in, and if they felt something was needed.
People interviewed range from 7 years old to 98 years old. They live all over the different geographical areas of the city. They were people with or without disabilities from various ethnic backgrounds, religious beliefs, sexual orientations and nationalities. Mind the Craic relays the experience of participants and volunteers of 66 different groups and projects.
What we wanted to see was what worked for them in the voluntary sector.
I think my role is looking after the parents, nurturing them, showing them compassion. There's a lot of parents come through with just having babies and feeling quite low in mood, and have things like postnatal depression, things like that. So I want to have a really open, welcoming, nurturing groups, and the feedback that I get from parents is exactly that. They can look after their children. That's their job. I'm here to kind of just have the environment that I can look after them a little bit. That's what I feel my role is. But I give opportunities for doing arts and crafts and nice eating, food, things like that. But I kind of do tend to focus my care on them and seeing how they are. Because if you look after the mum will look after the baby, I think. Or the dad. We've got dads as well.
Other informal conversations took place with members of staff and focus groups. More organisations brought context and depth to the voices and findings from fieldwork observations. They brought the experience of years of practice from their colleagues, volunteers, and the perspectives of their service users' life journeys and difficulties.
I always like to be part of a community environment, good vibes, and working with people basically. So it was a good way of passing my spare time. Keeps me out of trouble. And I like music, so I'm learning some keyboard skills. It's a good centre, it brings people together, and we need more non-profit organisations.
C'est pas bien, en train de parler l'anglais, j'ai des difficultés, donc qu'est-ce que je dois dire?
Pourquoi c'est bien?
Je suis ici pour apprendre l'anglais et puis me chercher du travail.
So why Mind the Craic at this stage in the game? The biggest thing that faces our citizens across the whole of the UK and probably maybe the Western world is loneliness. Absolutely horrendous. It's as bad as any other physical illness and actually is exacerbated by poverty and inequality. So we wanted to listen to people's voices about what that means to them. What impact does that have in their lives? How do they go about their daily lives? What makes a difference? What makes that better? So Mind the Craic, it's conversations with people about what makes a difference to them in their lives and helps them reduce that social isolation. So we wanted to be really clear this is about people's voices, because it has to be people's voices that drives what kind of services, what kind of supports, and what our community looks like in Edinburgh.
Yeah, everyone just kind of gets along really well, and it fosters really nice kind of community spirit with all the mums. We meet up outside with her a lot, and I just have a lot more confidence, like, with all the stuff that I'm doing with her. It's really great, and yeah, even just to kind of come along and say, I've had a rubbish night, or and then you just feel a lot better about it because everyone else is in the same boat. Great, and she eats really well, as you can tell. She has a great time.
Mind the Craic is an initiative that is brought forward by the Third Sector Strategy Group in Edinburgh, working with EVOC and the communities of the city to better understand what is it that makes prevention work. What are the relationships that matter? What are the ways that we can better connect to services so that we are in fact preventing things happening and giving people the best chance to be the best that they can be. We felt that it was really important to bring forward the voice of people authentically. So when we engage with people, we go to the place that they feel most comfortable and confident. We try and build up a relationship so that there is trust. At the heart of the conversation, there's trust. And we try and wrap around that and commit to people that if you share information with us, we'll respect that and we'll hold it in a particular way. But it was crucially important for the entire Commission that everything that is driven from this is rooted in the experience that people have of how things are. Not a theory, not a best practice, not something from outside, from here.
Well, it gets me out the house, which I was finding difficult because I had a slight stroke 2 years ago, so I was stuck in the house basically. And then I heard about this place, I was referred by the doctor. I get out now, I've got a reason to come out now, yeah.
So people are what make things happen. It's not organisations or institutions, it's people. And people make up communities. So working with people and with communities, listening really closely to what they say is important to them.
Yes,
Okay.
I was running into difficulty and I really needed a bit of support and a bit of help just to stabilise. That's what stabilises you. When you become isolated, you do deteriorate, you struggle, and when you're around people, it keeps you stable, you stop weakening. You need that strength, you need that ability to function.
This research has shown that prevention and early intervention is about community. It's really about people celebrating, getting together and finding this time to be together. The strong message coming out of it is that it's all about community and relationships. It's about people who listen to each other and about people who share. They share time as volunteers, they share skills, they share laughter, they support each other. They feel good in projects where soft support is provided. It's flexible and adapted to their needs. People are welcome as they are. That's really important. They have a place to turn to in time of need. They have a network of people and friends they can turn to.
It's a bit like a family group.
Yeah.
And I dread when it ends.
Like every time you come, every week, you dread...
I dread when it ends. I dread when that clock says 5 o'clock.
Stories trigger action. Action invites accountability. Prevention is about accountability of us who have power to support those in need to get back to the core issue of helping everybody achieve happy, functional lives with life satisfaction.
Well, friendship.
Very welcome. Prevents isolation.
Confidence.
Friendship.
I would say friendship as well.
Comforting.
All my friends are here.
Support.
And a structure.
More confidence. Understood. Support.
Productive and creative.
Inclusive.
Confidence.
A lot of love.